My name is Jacob Smyers. I'm the culinary arts instructor at Holiday High School, and I did my externship at the Wellborn 2-hour steakhouse at the Delta Hotel. The externship itself was fantastic. The chefs were incredibly welcoming. They brought me straight in, started showing me the kitchen, showing me around the restaurant. I've got to see different aspects of how they handle things as far as ordering, prep, the actual dinner, lunches, breakfast shifts, all the different menu items. I felt like it was an opportunity for me to continue growing my skills and maybe show me some things that I hadn't thought of or hadn't seen that I could take back to my students and help better teach them and prepare them for a career in the future. Yes, I teach culinary arts, but I also teach career readiness as far as going out into the real world. And I want them to be fully ready for a career in customer service. And I feel like knowing those things and hearing their feedback is going to be the most beneficial thing for my students in the future. I know that a lot of the soft skills have kind of been lost over the last few years as far as just having interview skills or email decorum or ways of communicating with people that I think is really something we could work on to kind of help better prepare them for actually having those real world interactions.
My name is Peyton Wood. I am an agriculture science teacher here at the Career Education Center. I had the privilege of doing my externship at Autumn Leaves. My CTDE director approached me with the opportunity to be able to do an externship. I am an ag teacher, and so the kind of things that I specialize in is more animal science related. In the past year, they were like, hey, we're gonna have you teach floral design. I was a little shocked at first. I've never made a floral arrangement. My first one actually was when I made it with the students, and so when there was an opportunity to truly go out into the real world, not just kind of what you learn from the teaks that we have or learning from different videos or able to like actually truly go put my hands on something. So when they kind of approached us with this opportunity, I definitely jumped. I wanted to be able to give all that I can to my students. My main priority as an educator is to give them the best opportunities that I can in the classroom, and so I definitely took this externship because I wanted to be able to give that to the students. I think this is important to bring back to my students because I can only tell them so much. You know, I am only in my third year of teaching. I have more answers, I have more opportunities, you know, like even the place that I worked at, they were like, hey, if you ever have a kid that is someone you really think is excelling in this artwork, like we would love to have them. And so that was cool to like have that connection because some of my kids would be like, Miss Wood, how can I do this outside of your classroom? And I didn't always have the answer. And so now I have a lot of answers that I didn't have before, and I had that real world experience. You know, we talk about real world experience all the time, and definitely here at the Career Education Center, we try to send them out with a certification. And so now I'm not just giving them certification, I can give them real experience that I myself have experienced, and it's not just like, oh, I heard this before. And so that would probably be the best thing that I think I'm gonna be able to bring back in the classroom, and why it's important for teachers to, you know, go out and experience the real things.
Hi, my name is Zane Mayfield. I'm the electrical teacher at the Career Education Center with WFISD, and I did my summer externship with Allegiance Electric and Controls. The reason I chose the externship was I wanted to get more experience in the field, and I wanted to make contact with people who are actually in the field doing it. I want to link up my students with people who are in the industry, and so I needed to create relationships with them, and this was a great way to do that. I think my main takeaway was that the skills in electrical are not as important as the soft skills the kids should know. Can they show up on time? Can they communicate well? Can they problem solve? Can they resolve conflict? Matt was talking that it's hard to find students that have those skills, and he would take somebody that has those skills and doesn't have the electrical side as much over somebody who knows the electrical skills very well but does not have the soft skills. And so I would say that's my #1 takeaway in trying to revamp my curriculum to help kids address those soft skills more.
I chose to do my externship at a bakery this year because I'm a culinary teacher, and I wanted to brush up on my baking skills because that is not my forte, and my senior level class does a lot of baking. My kids, some of them work in the industry already, so they kind of know what it's like. Some of them have no clue. So to take those real life experiences and be able to give them stories to relate to, I really feel it benefits them more so than me just talking about, you know, the ABCs and Ds of here's why we do what we do. I can give them, you know, here's what I did in the kitchen when I trained you guys. It's not just getting in the kitchen and cooking. It's so much more than that. And so until I have those experiences and can tell the kids about them, they're not going to relate to that, I guess. Me coming out here and doing this, I feel like is trying to bridge the gap between the kids who know what they're doing and the kids who just don't know what they're getting into.